taking a break from talking about Big Brother to talk about Love Island USA, which debuted on its new home of Peacock. The bikinis were bikiniing and the asses were jiggling. You can tell we're on Peacock and not CBS anymore. So how I'm going to do this, I think I'm just going to talk about the individuals and the couples. First of all, Deb and Serenity started it off, and right away I liked their vibe together. I thought that early on these two could be my favorite girls in the house. And I just want to say also before I get right into this is that, this show is just a bunch of hot people, and I'm not on camera, so I'm putting that in quotations marks. But this is just a bunch of hot people being messy. So I don't care if I have to be crude in my assessment this season for this show. I'm going to okay. And there is a lot of plastic surgery on this cast, and I'm not fond of it. So we're just going to start off with that. There's way too much plastic surgery from this cast. And that brings me to Sydney. Look, Sydney looked better on video than she did in her pre-show pictures. It was looking a little too Ronald McDonald-y, and she looks way older than 22. But I mean, I'll give her personality a chance, okay? But of the girls, she wasn't giving. Courtney and Zeta were the other ones. Zeta's British. I don't really know why they like to cast a British woman on these shows, because this is an American show, okay? Love Island started in the UK, but I do like Zeta a lot. She's very British. And the guy's talking about her British accent being hot. Maybe if I didn't watch a bunch of British soap operas, maybe I would think the British accent is hot. But I watch way too many British soap operas for that. But I do like Zeta a lot. And Courtney rounds it out. Courtney, look, I give Sydney a lot of shit on a shallow level. But Courtney's my least favorite person in the house by far. Ugh. We'll get to some of that here shortly. Of the guys, I didn't really feel like I connected with any of the guys outside of Timmy. Timmy's pretty funny, so I'll probably be rooting for Timmy, honestly. Andy got the mama's boy edit that I will also get to. None of the other guys really stand out. Felipe, Brazilian, he seems like a big flirt, so that should be interesting to see where he goes with that. I'll be hopefully talking to Meg next week to discuss this first week of the show. I don't watch a lot of dating shows, so I'm not an expert in these dating shows, so I gotta go to Meg. I know she watches The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and all of these dating shows, okay? But not me. So Andy comes out, and Serenity is the only one that steps forward for him, but he ends up choosing Courtney. Probably a mistake for him, as the Courtney and Andy couple is going to be nothing but drama. Courtney is not feeling him at all because she thinks he's a mama's boy, and she's looking for a more manly type, which aka she's looking for a fling here in the Love Island USA house. I think Andy really likes her, really into her, probably on a shallow level. I think a lot of people are saying Courtney's the it girl. I don't think so, but I have my preferences, and it ain't Courtney. I think Courtney's going to be trouble, though, so maybe she'll give me some drama, so maybe I'll like her for that. But yeah, this Courtney and Andy pairing, it is not going anywhere. Timmy came out next, and both Zeta and Sydney stepped forward for him, and Timmy picked Zeta. And by the end of the episode, this was by far my favorite coupling. I think I felt their connection on camera anyway. Right away, I think they vibe. I think these two vibe together. And so this is my favorite couple so far. I didn't think I would be rooting for the Brit, because this is the American version of Love Island, and they have their own that started the series. But I like Zeta and Timmy a lot. They vibe, and I hope they keep vibing. I say I was out next, and both Sydney and Deb stepped forward. And he ended up choosing Sydney, which I found very interesting. He must love redheads over blondes, maybe? I don't know why he picked Sydney, because I don't think these two vibe whatsoever. The vibe I got from Sydney is very insecure. I think Sydney is going to be a very insecure woman on the cast this season. And I think Isaiah came across as this big party boy, this young party boy. He reminds me of somebody I know in real life who's not quite as young as he is, but he's still young and he's like the party type. And you know, I can see him vibing with a lot of women in the house, and I don't think that's gonna work well for Sydney, because I'm telling you, Sydney is insecure because she said in one of her confessionals later that she was just happy to be picked, that it made her feel special that he picked Sydney over Deb when Deb also stepped forward. And when Sydney stepped forward for Timmy and Timmy picked Zeta, Sydney looked devastated. So yeah, I'm just getting real insecure vibes from Sydney, and I don't know how that's going to turn out. So then Jesse comes out, and Deb's the only one that steps forward for him. Serenity did not step forward because Jesse did not look her in the eyes. That's what Serenity says. So Jesse picks Deb. I like Deb a lot. She's in contention with being one of my favorite girls. I like her personality. Maybe she's going to be a dumb blonde, though, and I don't really like that. But she and Jesse's giving me lame vibes. Jesse, I can't put my finger on it with Jesse. There's something about him I don't like, though, so I don't really like this coupling either. But I do like Deb. And that left Felipe to come out. Serenity is the only one that steps forward, so Felipe picks Serenity. I don't know about these two. I like them both. But then we seen that the two new women come at the end of this episode, and it's going to be Felipe and Jesse that go on the date with them. So I don't have high hopes for Serenity and Felipe, even though I feel like they're going to be a rootable couple on social media. I think Felipe could fuck that up for them if they're actually trying to win this game or not. But I think after the first episode, I think Zeta and Timmy are going to get a lot of votes. I think Courtney and Andy are fucked either way. And I think I just really don't like the coupling of Sydney and Isaiah either. But this is just my first impressions after one episode. I will probably not do one for every episode, but I like to do a couple a week and then also talk to Meg once a week, at least most weeks. Some of these weeks I'm going to be traveling in the summer, so I won't be able to. But Love Island USA has begun. I like the vibe on Peacock. I like it's slightly more raunchy, you know. All in all, I think Love Island is just a more enjoyable show than Big Brother, to be honest. Big Brother is produced so terribly. The episodes are so terrible. The cast this year is so terrible that at least Love Island USA is entertaining, okay?